Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Welcome, everyone from around the globe, our family from the ONPASSIVE family globally, and welcome to our Papua New Guinean co-founder family. And also, if you're a guest, if you're tuning in from our country, Papua New Guinea, or even if you have been invited, you're watching from somewhere around the globe and you decided to join us, we welcome you. My name is David Bakau. I'm a Leadership Council member for ONPASSIVE representing Papua New Guinea, and we have 3 people on the Leadership Council from Papua New Guinea. Veronica Wang is one of them, and Susan Bakau, my wife, she's also one of them, just lately been appointed by our CEO. So I just want to appreciate all of you. You know, ONPASSIVE, this company has united us. We wouldn't have known each other if we had not gone or joined ONPASSIVE. Now, I will just give my story for those new ones. If you are listening in from wherever in Papua New Guinea, we have our people joining, just connecting to a phone and connecting to a speaker. We call it boombox here. It's a small device, but the sound is amplified and magnified for a lot of people to hear. So we have Joe Urambari, he's down at Hawaiian. We have some of our mothers down in Putivam village in Morobe province in Leh. And we have some of them down at Pari village here in the central province. And across the country, some of them, they haven't indicated, but when they do, we will be able to know. So I just want to welcome all of you. Me welcome lo yupla olgata. All line lo yumi long Papua New Guinea. You stop long one map place, liklik place, or inside lo town or inside lo city. Me welcome you yupla. This line good plus Sunday afternoon. Na good plus time lo yumi long come na yumi can story long this business ONPASSIVE. Okay, what is ONPASSIVE? To me, I will tell my story. When I was looking for opportunity or a business to be able to sustain me, you know, all of us have different needs in life. I've left the banking industry, and then I've been doing odd jobs here and there, trying to establish myself. We fail, we succeed, and we try to do every little thing to be able to succeed. In PNG, I live in the capital city called Port Moresby. I'm here in Port Moresby, and after I left the bank, I was with a multi-level company. I managed that company. It's an Australian company. I managed that company, and that is where I have a experience with multi-level business and leveraging and networking. So after I left that company, I was recalled back into the banking industry, and I was in the bank, and there was a merger that took place, which we had to decide whether to stay on or leave. I decided to leave and decided to do things on my own. So in the process, I was looking for an opportunity to be able to do things, to be able to sustain my family in the city. And that's when I went online, because the day and age that we live in is we're going global online. And I've seen that a lot of businesses are doing generating income online, and individual people are also going online to look for income making opportunities. So when I was doing that, I went online and I found Mati Digamo. And Mati Digamo shared this business ONPASSIVE. You know, ONPASSIVE, to me, when I opened the link, he sent me a link, and I opened the link and I saw these 4 features. The 4 features. The main one I was looking for was business automation, because that is what I was trying to do with my MLM business. I had products, but I was trying to look for a way that I can automate it. So when I went into the link, I saw business automation, and that caught my attention. So as I was studying the business, I saw the other features, like it will build a business for you, it will bring in customers for you, and it will build a team for you automatically, and then it will drive customers, and then it will pay you upon that. And the tools, you know, when we were looking for business, you need to have a product or a service that is a genuine business that we can deal with. And when I looked at the tools that were that were being promoted, I looked at the possibilities of the market that we are currently heading into, and the tools in there, it just blew my mind, because some of these tools like video conferencing that we are doing now using Zoom, and our product is called OConnect. And looking at the industry, that is the the uh, the potential or the market that we are going through. So when I saw the business and I looked at what Papua New Guinea can be able to benefit from, especially in one of our products, which that was launched just yesterday, called OBLESS, but at that time we call it crowdfunding. And in Papua New Guinea, we always look for opportunities to raise money. We try to go to the banks. The banks have their own policies to be able to qualify to get a loan, and a lot of our people couldn't do that. So I saw this product in there, the crowdfunding, and that sort of triggered me to be able to share this business in Papua New Guinea, because I see that most of our SMEs, our small people trying to obtain loans, are being knocked back from the big banks that are operating here, because they have their policies according to the shareholder directions and all this. But so I saw that crowdfunding, and now it's changed to OBLESS. And when I saw that, I knew that when people come on, we can be able to reach a lot of our communities. A lot of our communities are living in rural places where there's no infrastructure, social infrastructure, like health and education and bridges and roads and water supply and even power. So when I looked at the crowdfunding and OBLESS, I said, this is the platform that will change the country. And that's the one that's really motivated me to share this business. And even though at the beginning I was looking for an income opportunity to sustain my family, but the whole concept of ONPASSIVE through our CEO, Ash Mufara, he has basically changed my mindset and my outlook about the business. And it's about more about helping and reaching out and bringing people up, lifting them up from whatever situation they are. And that's basically where my story is. And I'm sharing this so that you who are out there, you're looking for a income opportunity, and you're looking for a way to sustain yourself into the future. ONPASSIVE is there for you. We only pay a minimum fee of $97, a minimum fee of $97, which is in Papua New Guinea kina, it's about 390 kina at the moment. So when you pay this, you come in and you get locked into the compensation plan system for the company. And as the company builds everything for you, and we go into launching, you will be able to benefit from the revenue that is generated through that business. So basically that is my story. And if I can pass it on to Veronica can take it on from there and share hers. And we have Joan Eo from Bougainville. She's going to share something after Veronica can share her bit. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Okay, so my story, I'm a lawyer by profession. Last year, I left the previous place of employment that I was with, the company that I was working with for 5 years. I left, and that was in 2019. And I was looking for a job when I came across ONPASSIVE, which Fred Lavaki from Lay introduced to me. So at that point in time, I decided, after I looked at the compensation plan, and I realized what this company would do for me, especially in my dire situation that I was in, I decided I wouldn't look for a job, and I would go full time into building a team in ONPASSIVE. I'd been involved in other multi-level marketing companies before. I mean, there were two. One where I had met David previously. That company went belly up, and then I went into another MLM, not another, direct selling association, the company that David mentioned. Well, we're still both members of, and we love the products that we still use. So I've been in that company for a while. While I was thinking about looking for a job, I decided I didn't want to get back to the 8 to 5 grind. So I looked at ONPASSIVE, and I decided, okay, I'm going to stick with this, and I'll see where it takes me. So I've been with ONPASSIVE. I call myself the honorary employee of ONPASSIVE, and I've devoted my time to helping others, like David said, those who are looking for an opportunity to for a breakthrough in the finance. They're looking for a breakthrough in something that can get them out from where they are right now. So once I realized what ONPASSIVE could do for me and for others, I committed myself to, I call it a course. So that's what I've been doing. And the more you spend time with the webinars, you listen to the other founders from around the world, and you listen to what Ash Mufara, the CEO, has to say about what ONPASSIVE is, and you see his vision, you hear him speak. It just changes you. You know, originally it was about it was for me, but now that I've been with ONPASSIVE for a year, it's totally changed the way I view ONPASSIVE. This is what we really need. So for me, it's just like the others, Charles and everybody else with David. It's a mission. We're on a mission. We're on a mission to get others in so that they can see their lives take off from where they are. When we all get to benefit from it, we want as many people in on this. So for me, ONPASSIVE is just more than a company. It's a way of life. There's a culture of giving that ONPASSIVE promotes, and it affects the way you look at things, even as we are. You think, oh, I can't possibly do this, but once you get in it, then you decide, you get to know what the company is all about. You realize that you got friends and family, those members of the family you know who will benefit greatly from this. So for those who've come in who are new to this, who are guests, I encourage you to spend another hour to seriously look at the material that those who have referred you here. Go back to the founder who has referred you to this webinar, have a chat with them. And, you know, even if you don't fully understand, I didn't understand, most of us didn't understand what ONPASSIVE was. We just saw that it would help us. So we got in on that, just on that alone. And now, I mean, what can I say? We just launched Oh Bless yesterday. So Oh Bless is just changes the picture for all of us. With Oh Bless, we can now do the things that we didn't think it was possible. We were forever looking for funding from outside, but with ONPASSIVE and Oh Bless, we can do this thing even within. Whatever you wanted to do, you can do it from within ONPASSIVE itself with a GoFounders community. So I thank David and Susan Bakal. They've been behind us all along, and we've built a great team in PNG. I thank Fred Lavaki, who was my sponsor, who never gave up. And we thank Mati Dikamo, who's the man behind us, who didn't give up on David and persisted. So you said, you come inside, and you put him on a harem. Come inside. Not gonna worry yourself, use our law IT or use our law technology. We play too, but you come inside. You may get a funny way law. By mistake him, sit down, blow you mean. Pan him legally got some money lost side. So suppose you in up law spend him 300 kina or 400 kina loan up or something. You can put him this law. Or some look on some you put him one plug in. Or some online talk, you're not going to call him investment, but you put the money blue, you go around and you look him. Emma Karam Kaika Noga. Mipla, I'm talking die. Mipla, think you don't plus, I'm talking I am Karam Kaikai. I'm Karam Planti Kaikai. So you find one opportunity or some you walk on, you let you same time law, you like your money, you like straight him, Sinan Blue family. Even law line, law place, or law community. Me encouraging me to come inside. You come inside, on the beyond by me talk. You can waste them time because people work law introducing products come now. Company like launch this la GoFounder position and by close. And by close, so you got time stop now. Time you come inside now, but you looking for some importance, but you come inside, but you then get up again, you like half more family blue, you know, line blue stuff. So line is step outside, please come inside, that's all. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Veronica. We have Joanne Eo. She's gonna come on. She's from she's a teacher by profession, but she's gonna introduce herself and tell her story. Thank you, Joanne. If you're there, unmute yourself, please. Hello, Joanne. You there? Unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hello. We can hear you. Go ahead. Introduce yourself and tell us where you are and tell your story.
Okay, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Hello.
We can hear you. Yes.
Yes, John, we can hear you.
Can hear me? Okay, I'm currently based in Port Moresby. I'm a teacher by profession. It's been a long journey for me trying to get onto online business to make ends meet, so to speak. And I got introduced to ONPASSIVE just recently by students of mine. And, you know, I went on other online businesses looking for ways to make money for myself, and not only myself, but people around me who were struggling as well. And so there were a team of us going from one group of MLM company to another group of MLM company. And our journey has been a journey where we invested a lot of money, but then we discovered at the end of the day, the MLM company didn't really go through. And so I kept going despite the fact that I invested, I'd like to say invested money in order to gain some sort of income to assist you besides what you're earning at the moment. School teachers, we work hard, extra hours of working, but at the end of the day, whatever you get cannot really meet the end. And so despite the fact that I invested money, I'd like to say invested money. That's really interest was the monthly classroom teacher. It's quite challenging to go out and get as many people as you would like to. And so despite all the investment, so to speak, I'd like to say, put they're not really coming up at the end of the day with something that's concrete that would sustain you. I kept going. And I'd like to say thank you so much to my student who introduced me, who is Agnes, currently based at Arab. And so it was through her that I got onto ONPASSIVE. I'm someone who would like to help little people around me. And so ONPASSIVE sort of spoke volumes to me when I went in. But I'd like to say, first and foremost, it was for monetary sustenance that I got on board, and having to listen to all the presentations that were given, it hit me that this is the big opportunity that could help me and everybody else that is around me, rise above the poverty level that we are all currently experiencing at the moment in our country. And so I'm so grateful to Agnes who brought me on board, and for having watched David Bakau, who is such an awesome person who reached out to so many other people besides those of us here in Port Moresby, reached out to so many, and other leaders in our country. And I'd like to say our amazing female leader who is leading at the moment, Veronica. It's been a blessing to be part of this journey. And at the same time, it's quite challenging when you have been wanting to help others in the journey of sustaining oneself. And then in the event of helping others, you find that you hit rock bottom or you hit the wall, so to speak, and you're not moving any further. And so on that note, I realized that the people that I've been sharing with, a lot sort of just looked at me and said, okay, you go ahead, try it out. And if it works for you, then we'll come on board. And so it's a challenge in that regard where you tried helping people, but then you didn't really get through with all the MLM companies that you have embarked on and tried to bring people along with you. They still have this reservation as to whether it will work or not. But having said that, I still believe that I respect those who say, yes, I'll come on board, or no, I will not come on board. So my take is that I get to introduce whatever the program is, and it's up to each individual whether they take it on board or they don't take it on board. The ball is on their court, and they have to make the decision then. So I'd like to say thank you so much to ONPASSIVE. Ash Mufara, you're an awesome, awesome, awesome person. I'd like to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for myself and for Papua New Guineans who are struggling at this point in time in our lives. So much, very much the little people of Papua New Guinea. I'd like to say thank you so much, and your team behind the whole scene. And for the rest of our awesome online ONPASSIVE family around the world who have been so supportive to us Papua New Guineans and to those who are coming to join the team. So that's my story, and I'm so grateful to be part of this awesome family. Over to you, David Bakau.
Thank you, Joanne. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. It's a struggle. It's a struggle here. So, but we know our women folk and our people are determined to, determined to live. That's the bottom line. We have to live, and however we do it, and whatever opportunities that come across us in this country, we try to grab it. And that's the story where Joanne is saying that, she goes out with a group of women and they go from one MLM to another MLM. That's the same story we've been experiencing for a while. And then now that we've found ONPASSIVE. So ONPASSIVE has basically given us a new shift and a new mindset and a new direction in life, so that we are not longer worried about money now. It's basically looking at what we can do. So this is where the excitement is at the moment. So I'd like to call Fred. Fred, are you able to talk? Fred is one of our leaders in Lay. Fred, you able to talk? And I have Lina Gele. Lina Geller is a nurse.
Yeah.
She's a nurse by profession. You stand by, Lina. When you're ready, I'll bring you on
Yeah,
board.
so 1 hour finish. Thank you. Very nice.
You there, Fred?
Hello.
Hi, Lina. Go ahead
Hi,
with your
David.
story.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I didn't expect this. I was just listening, but anyway, thank you very much. And thank you very much for all the attendees, everyone around the globe. Thank you very much for coming in. As David introduced me already, I'm a nurse by profession, and I'm a perioperative nurse, a nurse who works in the operating room, registered nurse. But I left the job in 2015 due to some personal reasons. And in the last 8 years, I've been doing online business, and 5 years of MLL and 3 years of cryptocurrencies. And I don't know what I'm doing, but because of my son, I'm doing this MLL to look for some products that will help him. My son is autistic, is delayed in speech. So I'm looking for all the ways and means to help him. That's why I'm doing all this MLL, to just get some products to help him. So while doing that, I found out some things along the way. So when I was introduced into ONPASSIVE, I was introduced into ONPASSIVE by my in-law, one of my in-law, who is Anita John. And we've been doing MLL together in some other MLL. So she knew that I'm the kind of person that goes around looking for all these things. So she introduced me to ONPASSIVE, and she invited me to the first webinar in Lamana that was hosted by you and Veronica. So we attended. So when I went, I took another in-law, my in-law with me. She's also that with me with other business also. So we went in together, and we were sitting down. And then I was attracted to this word ONPASSIVE, because I was doing, for the last 8 years, I was trying to create a residual income that will help me to help my son. So when I went into that building and sat down, I had the word ONPASSIVE. So when the word ONPASSIVE got my attention, that's it. Like, I didn't have any doubts. So I just made up my mind straight on the spot that I have to sign in. So in the building, when we were sitting down, I was looking to my two in-laws, and in my head, I was thinking, where am I going to get the money to do that? So I was trying to do a TT the next day on Monday. But when I had the presentation, I changed my mind. I came back, I withdrew all the money, and I signed up all my family and my in-laws as well. We signed same that very next day on Monday. So after some presentation and some webinars I went through, I realized that in the other MLL that I've been doing, they said we can create residual income for you, but it's when you work, you get it. But it's different in ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE, I realized that the AI is going to do the work for you. So that interests me, because I really need to help my son out. That's how I got into ONPASSIVE. And I want to thank you very much, Mr. Bakau, to bring this into PNG, and all the team leaders like Veronica. Thank you very much. And Susan, thank you very much, Susan. Your supportive wife, always on your side helping you. Thank you very much. I want to thank you very much. And I hope that we will get as many Papua New Guineans in as possible. So thank you very much. I think that's a little story about myself and how I got into ONPASSIVE. Over, back to you, Mr. Bakau.
Thank you, Lena. Thank you, Lena. We will be with you to help you with your son. Yeah, that's a wonderful story there. We have Fred. Are you okay to talk? Is your phone okay? All right. If it's still delayed, I'll call on Lino. Lino, are you there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Sorry, not you, but Lino. That's all right. She's not there. I think she got dropped out again. Okay, I have Mary.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Fred got dropped again. It's the network. So he'll make his way back.
All right. We have Mary Tengi.
Hello.
I think Mary Tengi, you there?
Oh
She's
yes, I am
listening in.
online, but I can see you people. Hello from Brisbane.
Yeah. Mary, go ahead and tell us your story.
Oh, hallelujah. I'm excited. Hello to everyone around the world, and hello to my Papua New Guinean families and my Papua New Guinean ONPASSIVE family. That's what I mean. Oh, I didn't expect to be online today, but thank God I'm given the opportunity, and I am blessed and privileged to share with you. And well, before I go on, and oh my goodness, I mean, like past, yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm all choked up. But first of all, I just want to praise God and thank you. I'd like to say a very big thank you to Ash Mufare, wherever you are, in what part of the world you are in. May God bless you abundantly and richly. I pray that God's wisdom and guidance will take you through to all the wonderful people in America that have shared this vision and passion and dream to us. Thank you. To Mati Digamo, thank you so much for bringing it across to our brother David Bakau. David Bakau, thank you so much for grasping that vision and sharing it with the rest of us. And Veronica, thank you that I have come underneath part of your team, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful journey. Yes, to be have been mentored by you. Basically, I know I've pestered you in a lot of things, and my story is this: that I live in Brisbane, that I have lived and taken up residency in Brisbane, not because I chose to. I was sent here by default of a means of domestic violence. So it wasn't the choice that I came to live here, but I've lived here, and in a way, it's a blessing in disguise to me, and I thank God. But the situation came about that I can't blame the person or my ex-husband or so to blame them for it. I thank God for him and for other men like that, that sometimes it allows us to find ourselves, for people like me to find my purpose. So I am grateful to God for that. And when I was here, I was being introduced to ONPASSIVE by my older sister, who has apparently been, her name is Maureen Mori. And Maureen got introduced to this by Chris Alu. Chris apparently was one of Veronica's downliner. So she comes and tells me I had just left my job because of COVID. COVID in 2020, I lost my job with Air New Guinea. And I had apparently been working with the national airline of Air New Guinea in the Brisbane office for 7 years when I lost my job. But when I was just looking around to do something else, I find out my sister introduced me to this, and without questioning or asking anything, me like every other person that has been sharing their story, I'm gullible. You know, you bring me this thing and tell me sell this thing, and I'll do it because I've been trained as a saleswoman, and that is what's been in me. And I've been doing. I've been selling any unit ticket for the last 35 years or plus. So sales runs through the bones and the veins in me. And so I said, okay, bring it on. I'll just try it. And yes, I got into it and off I went with it, but I didn't quite understand a lot of things. So I used to call up Veronica, and when my sister told me that you ask your sister Veronica, and Veronica apparently used to be the company secretary for Air New Guinea back then when I knew her, and we had known each other some time back. So I called her up one night, and this is late in the night, and I said, Vero, can you please explain to me all about all this? And yes, she started guiding my hand and taking me through and said, you got to look into that. And we've been doing that. I've basically a lot of the women I work with, or the team of women that we are here that have joined and that I work with, are women who have fled domestic violence from Papua New Guinea. Now, in saying that, I don't mean to say that all men in Papua New Guinea are bad, but these are women who have gone through situations where they found out that the system can't help them much, or they feel that the system is not there to help. And some basically have become single mothers, that they find that raising their children is hard and it's difficult. So because there is not a system in place there to assist them in the daily dilemma of the things that they go through, they've got to come out somewhere to find them. So here in Australia, they've come, a lot of them have fled to Brisbane and living in other parts of Australia, but those that live here in Brisbane, I managed to reach out to some of them, and most of them have signed up. So underneath myself, we've, I think, got a team of 95 or plus going. I think we'll probably reach 100, and who knows, we're still going. So I'm excited about that. I see a lot of excitement, and the women here realize that they eventually know they're coming back home to Papua New Guinea. But what will they do going back to Papua New Guinea? They must go back with something. So I am grateful and thankful that ONPASSIVE, with the vision that ONPASSIVE has given them hope. I mean, literally, you could see when we get together in a group, and like now I have a group of about 4 of them. We're sitting in this. The hope that they know that they're going home. They're going home, and they're not going home empty-handed. For those of us living abroad, we know what it's like. Like the systems here, where if you start working at an early age, you have a superannuation to fall back on. But for those of us who have come away fleeing domestic violence and living and trying to start off, when you start off life living abroad at the age of 30 or 40 plus, you don't have much more, and you can't have enough to retire to. So one of the things I keep telling them is this: you cannot retire in this country. We've got to go back home to a place, and don't get me wrong, but I keep telling them my land that I come from, Papua New Guinea, is the real land of milk and honey. Now, some of you foreign, those listening from me from outside, you may not understand me this, but I'll have to explain one thing here. In my country, Papua New Guinea, you own the land, you own the water, you own the vegetable you grow your food on. You don't pay tax to go out and get it. You don't spend money to go out and invest it. Now, to my Papua New Guinea listeners that are listening, please know that you really live in the land of milk and honey, and you really need to look back into it. So with that saying, I'm looking forward to going back home. I'm much looking forward to coming back home to PNG because I've lived here. I've lived in a foreign country for 10 years. I know what it's like living here. And I know what we can do back home a lot of things that we can do. that can be needed to be done. And I would like to come back. I know what it's like to be a victim of domestic violence. I know what it's like to have left your children for 10 years and live outside. I know the pain that they go through. I know how the justice system is so unfair to them. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit choked here, but excuse me for that, because I'm speaking my heart to the volume of a lot of people out there.
Go ahead, Mary. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have come across where our justice system doesn't fight for the woman. They tell you one thing, they'll tell you, they'll stand up and fight for me. Trust me, I fought in front of a police station. They just told me, and family problem, you go long house. They told me this is a family problem, you go and solve it at home. The place I went to that I was thinking was a place where I could find comfort, couldn't comfort me. Trust me, I'm coming back on passive. Papua New Guinea is not going to be the same again. Papua New Guinean women, you will rise up and you will rise up powerfully. Thank you, Hash, for making it a reality for us. Thank you. May God bless you, brother. And thank you, Mati Digamo, and all the rest of those people that believe in ONPASSIVE, for the team that's working tirelessly in India. Thank you. Oh, Lord, thank you. I'm sorry, I'm in tears, but thank you. Oh, praise the Lord, thank you.
Welcome, Mary.
Oh, thank you, Brother David, thank you. And yes, and I am so blessed to see this talk. I'm so grateful you've given me the opportunity, and I think I've really poured out my heart out on you, but thank you so much. Yes, we will come back home, and there will be a lot of difference. Women of Papua New Guinea, we won't be running away anymore. When I'm coming back to be there, I have to make that difference. So are you, so are all our sisters and brothers who are ONPASSIVE. We will stand together with the world and the family of ONPASSIVE around the world. We will make the difference, and the world and Papua New Guinea will not be. One of the things that will be eliminated will be domestic violence, and I will not see, my children have suffered enough, but my grandchildren will not suffer, and their children will not suffer. And that is the history that we're gonna take on. And thank you everyone for listening into my story. May God bless you all. Thank you so much. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to share on this one. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Love you.
Thank you. Love you too, my sister.
Love you, Mary.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Cynthia. Oh, amazing.
Mary, I love you too. I teared up on that. I did.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ty. You know, my dream, and Vero knows that I've shared it with her most of the time. And I've shared it with my sister. I own a piece of land that is at the back of Elabit somewhere. It's a rundown old place. My dream is that I'm gonna build on that one day. And when I build on there, this is, I've always said it, even before ONPASSIVE came on, my prayer, I would pray day and night, and I'd pray this way. Section 24 allotment 2, God, you assigned that plot of land on me. When I build on that, that building will rise up, and that building will help the cause of no domestic violence. No mother has the right to flee a whole nation. No mother needs to do this. No women has to go through this. No children has to go through this. Because when a mother goes through this, and when children go through this, a nation is destroyed. A nation becomes destroyed when we go through this. I ran a business, and I had employed over 20 people running a second-hand shop. And these were kids from the street. They came out of prison, and I had a Fijian friend. She'd take them all in, and she'd come and give it to me and said, take care of them. And I said, how do you expect me to take care of it? I didn't care if I didn't make profit, but I took them all on. when I suddenly became a domestic violence victim in a foreign land, all those dreams collapsed, all those kids had no one to turn to. I have lived in a foreign land, hoping when will I go back? ONPASSIVE, I'm truly indebted to you. I am indebted to God and to Ash and to all the teams.
Thank you, Mary.
So much.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you so much for this. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't. I'm broke. Oh, please.
We know Mary. When I was working up in Mount Hagen, I was managing ANZ Bank in Mount Hagen, and that's where we met Mary. She was working with the New it's a national airline company. She was working there as one of the staff at Mount Hagen. And thank you, Mary, that we met again in ONPASSIVE, and we're going to hold hands and we're going to move.
Amen. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone around the world and from Papua New Guinea. Thank you for hearing my story and giving me the chance to, I guess I've held it in my heart too long for the world to hear what it means to be a victim and what it means to run on this journey alone. But I have found a family that I know that'll believe and that'll run with it, that will make a safer place for children and women. Thank you so much. May God bless us all and direct us in this journey that we're taking together.
You're welcome. Suzanne, you want to say something?
Thank you, Mary. I fell with you. You're coming back to your motherland, Papua New Guinea. I know Mary and I know her sister Maury. You know, Papua New Guinea woman, you know, sometimes we cannot, we accept whatever that comes on our way. Even though we go through situation, hardship, with whatever, like now Mary's, you know, sharing domestic violence. I feel with all the mothers out there. I encourage you, wherever you are, Papua New Guineans, out in overseas, ONPASSIVE is our refuge now. ONPASSIVE will do a lot of things for us. We just loans Oblast. And Oblast will give us that hope to find that strength in, because we will have something, something that we can hold on to, where we can build our lives again. ONPASSIVE is our refuge and our shelter. We thank you for that great blessing that come into our country, Papua New Guinea. And I encourage you, women out there, do not lose hope. Our hope is ONPASSIVE. It comes to give us the strength. I mean that love, that hope, that courage. We can find something in this company. Amalan, it's not on network marketing. ONPASSIVE is a business. Business that will sustain us for life financially. It will give us that freedom, time freedom and financial freedom. If job employment have lay you off, businesses or company lay you off, you know that on passive you can fall back to. On passive is everything in it. Do not be discouraged. Do not lose hope. You have found something that is really good. It's not by mistake. It's not by chance that you have come and found ONPASSIVE. You have been searching for life opportunities like us, women in Papua New Guinea. Every opportunity that comes in, like multi-level marketing, we grab and we run for it, but we physically sell the products. But with ONPASSIVE, it's not a physical products here. We know that the company will do everything for us. It's hands-free. The company will drive the business for us. It will do the sales for us and close the sales for us. You can rest assured that this company will never fail you like other companies where we physically sell products, where we move the products, but at the end of the day, it failed us. We didn't see much in that. We spend a lot of time selling products, trying to build network, but at the end, everything just went full stop. It's not by mistake that we have gone through that. Those are some of those experiences in life. It directs us until we find that opening. And that door of opening is ONPASSIVE. With ONPASSIVE now, you can rest assured that you will never, ever, it will never let you down. You have that anger, that refuge, that hope, that belief. You know that everything is there for you. Financially, you will not search for it. You know that it gives you that freedom. You be worried about something. Or there is something and stop ya. You know na pani mo long wanam kind of road na way. Or the walk you mean no God. Money and stop long this company. You come inside, you side sinapla dua, or you side you think plenty long. This kind company nungu ta mi gyama na mi go inside na mi spending money natin na mi na pluki return long That's all this company and we got all get something. I mean I want a legally company. This company ONPASSIVE and want a big company. Very soon we will launch into the public. And we will own the internet space. All Narapla company, you look him now, all IT company, all by Goram. But ONPASSIVE, we should be proud that we are business people. We own this company. We are part owners with our CEO, S. Mufara. Rest assured that you will never, 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 that company will never let you down. My sisters, Papua New Guineans, when I'm happy you stop long and me calling you time O plus, I mean, released or me play loans. You kasi when I'm kind money come na, billing when I'm kind or something you like him no country blow you. My sister Mary, when I'm kind ground blow you stop long a bits, kiss him O plus. Funding is stop. You current Islam money na you stand up him. Bill, how much the story? You know that will sustain you. My encouragement to all of you sisters out there, don't be discouraged. Your trouble is just for a short time only. Come home. You'll find life here. Kalsana pasin bla mi Papua New Guinea hard la lusim na you go ya. Mi got strong family line ya, house line. I'm strong too much. Pa mi can look long all family bla you mean na tribe bla you mean na all get all community na all people bla you me. that's first. Long all sisters, Flomi, you out there, I fell with you. And God is our refuge and our strength in everything. Most of us, we never talk about our experiences. We humble ourselves and we submit. Only God knows everything, that the darkest moment in lives that we go through. He knows all about our lives. Cry blow you mean, tears blow you mean, go to so sawe. Thank you, Laharem. Now, me like story. I want to share just 2 or 3 hours ago, David and myself, we went out to visit some of these West Papua people, the neighbor, they are from Indonesia, but the refugees in Papua New Guinea. I've been sharing 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago about another lady. So this time we went to see the whole family. They invited the whole family to come and they asked us to go and see them. So we were talking and explaining the company, everything. The whole family was so excited. And they asked us to go back on the next Saturday so we can get the whole of them, whole of the tribe or all of those refugees, the West Papua people in. And 2 of those people have been signed up by our friends outside, Canadian and UK. So I'm glad that those 2 founders who have, sponsored these 2 founders here, they are so grateful for what you have done to them. They appreciate your sponsorship. So they are so grateful, and they are bringing the whole tribe living in Port Moresby to come and get them on board on Passive. So we were so happy to share with them about the company and talk about about what the company's, the benefits and everything. And it was such blessings to see such people like that. Every time, every week or days, I go out streets, just walking, and like we are living in like outsiders, you call it gutted or like settlements. In Papua New Guinea, we call it settlements, where it's not like a suburb where government, they provide proper housing facilities or water system and all that. But here, people like they settle and they themselves have to build their own, houses, not modern, but whatever they can find to build their houses in. So we are living around them. Where we are staying it's okay, but around us it's not really that good. So every time I go out and I speak to mothers, I talk to them about ONPASSIVE, and these mothers, every day they are selling just to make and meet for their, their dinner or their school fees or bus fare for their children. And they don't have extra, and they were telling me that, how can we have that extra to pay for that registration? Or $97, 390 kina or 400 kina is just a lot to us. And I told them that you try your best to come up, because that's one-time fee that you will pay to secure that position. And then when we go to hard loans, some of us will try to chip in to help you. Because that 97, it's just, just secure your position. And it will help you and your family, set you for life. And I throw that, thought into them, and they are, just working in them. So each time I pass by, yesterday, that one of this lady called me and said, when are you gonna come and visit me? I told her that, bring all your family. I don't want to come and speak to you only, but I want your whole of your tribe, your family and neighbors and whoever friends, you bring them in so that I can come and present this business opportunity. And I want all of you to get in, because it will relieve you It will set you free financially, and you will not struggle by coming and sitting on the roadside and selling your goods or trying to sell whatever to make ends meet. This will help you to take you out of where you are now and find that freedom. Find some financial freedom. Come out of that poverty, because that's lack and poverty that you are, always in. So that's what I've been doing, going from place to place and seeing youths just doing nothing, playing gambling, mothers trying their best to, sell and raise money just for the evening meal. So it's a struggle for us here. And I see that, oh, bless, it's a relief for us here. And if they cannot join in on passive, that's my heart desire to fund whatever social services that is lacking here to help these people here to come out of where they are, find refuge and find something that will help themselves in. Thank you. This is my story.
Wow.
Back to you, David.
Wow. Okay. Joanna Kilembe, are you there? Joanna Kilembe, she's in Lay. If you're there, you can speak. You can turn on your mic. Unmute yourself, Joanna. If she's not ready, then Lino Beruaya Bakaka, are you there? If you can unmute yourself. Fred, you there? Fred, you can speak.
Lino is there.
Yes, yes, I'm here.
Okay, Lino, you can speak. Go ahead.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, we can hear you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sorry, I'm having problems with, but you can all hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
All right, thank you. I will start with my journey when I was with ONPASSIVE. My name is Lino Bakaka. I joined ONPASSIVE in September 2020. I was introduced to ONPASSIVE by my elder sister in July. I think it was in July. She kept on, she would ring me up and say, this is something to do with ONPASSIVE, it's time freedom. And I didn't want to believe in her because she didn't explain what ONPASSIVE was all about. We were both lost. Anyway, she could not explain what ONPASSIVE was all about. So she kept on calling me every day. A week passed and she kept calling me. But I was still not impressed in ONPASSIVE. I didn't want to join ONPASSIVE because I didn't know what ONPASSIVE was all about. And so after 2 weeks, she rang me again and she says, are you interested in ONPASSIVE? And I said, if you can explain to me what ONPASSIVE is all about, because these days, you just join anything and you don't get anywhere. So really, you have to explain to me. So what it is after a month, I asked, could you forward me names of people you are under, or those who those you communicate with on ONPASSIVE. So she forwarded me David Bakau's numbers. And so I did not stop there. I communicated with ONPASSIVE, and I communicated with David Bakau, and the rest was history. The rest was history, and that is when David Bakau forwarded me information on ONPASSIVE, and I was so impressed. And I said, all right, I spoke to David. I'm impressed with what information you have given me. I will join ONPASSIVE. And so I registered as a founder. And I continued from there. I never looked back. I never looked back. I would attend meetings weekly. And it was so exciting to attend meetings every week. My thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Bakau, who have been so helpful, to the council leader, Veronica, who was always there and very supportive, and to other members who were always there for us, supporting us when we attended meetings. And I never looked back from there. I kept on marketing ONPASSIVE, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. And I never stopped there. I am a teacher by profession, business studies lecturer, to a public servant. I worked in the public servant for 30 years. I retired in 2019. And I was doing my own things until ONPASSIVE came into being. And I'm happy with what is going on with ONPASSIVE. Like I said, I never look back, even though there's a lot of negative effects going around with families and friends. I never look back. I communicate with a lot of founders abroad. And it is pleasing to note that everyone is so helpful. It's sharing that's taking place. And I am very pleased with what is happening. I have enjoyed a lot of testimonies. I listen to a lot of testimonies, and I have enjoyed listening to a lot of testimonies, and this is very affectionate, especially with women coming on board, founders expressing their grievances. And a lot of things shared, and I'm very pleased what I heard this afternoon with Mary's testimony. And we are all facing that, all women, especially women founders or non-founders, we are all facing the same issue. And I am pleased that a lot of women have taken on board to be a founder, because this is the way to go. Even though if you are having problems with funding, do it the way you should do it and get in there. I'm also thankful to Priska. Priska has put PNG on the map. Because of Priska, just by listening to the private webinar launching of OBLESS, our CEO, our wonderful CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh, says he will look at PNG first. And I know that because of Priska. Priska has brought us to where we are now, and now our CEO has chosen PNG. And I'm very, very happy. I praise God for this because PNG, they don't know us on the map. We only tell them that we are near Australia. But people globally don't know where we are or where we are located. Find us on the map. They don't find us. But thank you. Thank you to Priska. People throughout the world know where Papua New Guinea is. Papua New Guinea with 600 cultures, values, norms, what we have. And it is pleasing to note that we are already there. We are already there on the map. And thank you, Marty. Thank you, Chris. I know you are there listening. Thank you, Julie. We have been communicating on Facebook. And so many friends. You need to get out there and meet so many friends out there, so many founders out there. You learn a lot from them. So we Papua New Guineans, we'd like to stick to one area, one corner, and we don't want to reach out to people. We have to reach out now. Technology is there. You're on Facebook. Make use of it. So that is my journey to ONPASSIVE. And like I said, I am very happy to be part of the family. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Ciao.
Thank you, Lino. Ciao, ciao. Fred, you there?
Yep.
Okay.
Hello. Hello, David. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good to
finally.
finally, yes, Vero, my champion leader. Finally. But I hope I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it doesn't, drop out on me. And I don't want to say it. I just want to believe that it's gonna hang in. Yeah. But thank you so much. You know, it's great. I've missed everybody over the last, I guess, a month. I've been trying to come in, and then it keeps on dropping out, or it just doesn't work. And I note a few of our friends, senior leaders, are also still having problems trying to get in, David. So I don't know what is wrong with the link. A lot of our people around the country, our key senior leaders, I see them in our group page. They cannot get in. But nevertheless, I managed to get in listening to a bit of Mary's story. And then it's just by coincidence that I've been able to connect with Mary through his brother here in Ley. And I was just trying to get through his brother to log in when Mary came on. So I still can get through his brother, but I'm working very well with Mary's brother here in Ley and the family, trying to get them all moving with their business. And I think I cherish Mary's story in a moving way. And Mary, I just want to assure you that I will work closely with your team here in Ley to make sure that they are able to get their little ONPASSIVE activities moving in the right direction. And it was a very nice coincidence to also get to know Mary. Mary happened to go to school with my dear sister, one of my younger sisters, my late younger sisters. They were not just schoolmates, they were the best of friends at school. So that was a lovely connection. And I guess ONPASSIVE in many ways. Until you get to know them, you hear their stories and say, hey, I know this person, or hey, I was there, or hey, I am from the area. So ONPASSIVE is more than just a company. ONPASSIVE is an organization that is creating realities and connecting people up to be able to work together for one common purpose. And caring. David, after listening to everybody's testimony, I think I don't want to steal the thunder from the ladies, and I'll probably just say hello, and then allow all our women leaders who have not had the opportunity to share their stories to come on board and do so. I think the encouraging thing for our mothers is that I think I shared 2 weeks ago about I saw loving founder from the US who is working hard to try and build a team together to fund all our mothers out in the rural areas. So I'm hoping, praying that that will come through, and when it does, then us senior leaders here and all of us here in PNG should get on board with them and fund all those mothers who are struggling. And I know the struggles are real. Those of us who have been to school, have had some sort of education, we have a fallback situation that we can speak, we can talk, we can motivate people to get involved. But those ones who live day by day, who have very little education in a lot of situations, and those who really don't know anything about technology, but they know that they can make money. Those are the people that we should reach out to, and where we can collectively stand together and help them. And I think I can't remember the name of our founding sister in the US somewhere. I thank her so much for her heart, and I just want to say that we will definitely, I will rally behind her with our team here to support our mothers in the rural areas to make sure that come the hard launch, they will be able to get in right in on the first day. But first, I think I'd also like to take this opportunity with everybody to thank my dynamic powerhouse power leader, Vero, for your appointment to the Leadership Council about 2 weeks ago. Well deserving, and it's good to have a powerful voice in the Leadership Council from the PNG perspective. And you summed it up quite well when with the launching of All Blessed yesterday. I was just lucky to get in when you were speaking, so trying all night until about 2 hours later, I was able to get in, and it was a heartwarming moment to sort of us hear Ash acknowledge your statement that ONPASSIVE is All Blessed is a signature platform for ONPASSIVE. And I shared with Marty this morning. I told Marty, okay, Vero's come on board and said it's a signature platform. I will add that it is also a blue ribbon platform for us founders, because we're going to sprint with ONPASSIVE to really see, feel, and share Marty's heartfelt purpose and vision, and that is to help humanity. And I think on All Blessed will really give us that energy to really get up and go and bless a lot of our people nationwide. So I think, David, I just want to encourage our people that, ONPASSIVE is on board, and that is probably what everybody has been talking about, hoping for, thinking about how to be able to use OBLAS. And OBLAS is here. 2 weeks time, we'll be able to test it. We'll be able to see what we can do with it. So it's time to be able to start thinking how you're going to use that tool when they actually put that online to us within the next 12 days. I think the other encouragement I just want to share with everybody is when we probably sharing, I've been thinking, planning on how to, because we have a very short time frame before we launch, and to be able to help a lot of our people within the rural communities or within our communities. Maybe those leaders who are in a position where you have a bit of influence, to work with at least if you can target 3 or 4 people in your particular environment, in your particular community at home, so that when we launch, you can build a team of 3 or 4 people that can work with you to be able to do projects, do activities that the government is failing to do in our respective areas. And with our Academy, our Connect, and now with OBLAS, I think those 3 platforms, those 3 tools will definitely put us in a very, very good position to practically take over. I see and I believe what the government is failing to do. And if we can get a few key people within the government circles or within your community that can reach out, that have influence, that can reach out and make a difference in the lives of people, and that will help us, co-founders, stand up and meet whatever needs that we can see from our perspective right now across our country. And I think I just want to encourage people that, from yesterday's launching, we need not worry right now about what we need to do about money. I think we should now focus on what we're going to do and how we're going to do what we need to do with the blessing that we will get from ONPASSIVE. So folks, cheer up. I can see from today's sharing, a lot of sentiments, a lot of emotion. I am also an emotional sort of a person, but let's all band together. Tears will not bring us what we need to do. I think burning our shoes, burning our sandals and slippers, and the soles of our feet to walk and share will make the difference, and will bring the realities that we are hoping and we are dreaming of. So, Brother David, thank you. Vero, thank you. Sister Susan, and all my GoFounding family members right throughout the country. We're on to a good thing. We're on to a powerful family, and we have a leader that has the heart for us. And I was quite moved when he said, when Ash said yesterday that PNG, he will definitely look at the communication system in PNG to help make sure that all of our people who are having problems with connecting to our network can be relieved of that difficulty. So that's a very powerful statement, and I certainly look forward to that coming to fruition in our journey with Ash and ONPASSIVE. For Marty, I don't know whether Marty is in today. We shared on Messenger about 3 hours ago, but Marty and Mike Ellis, and Dan Street, our team leaders in the US, and also Red Redford in England. Thank you all so much for your powerful and encouraging support to our people. We are going into the next year because of that kind of support we're getting from our international families. Thank you so much, Brother David, and thank you, everybody. You all have a good day today.
Thank you, Fred. Do we have any questions, Veronica? Do we have any questions? If not, I see Marie
There's
Della
no.
Salle. Okay, I see Marie Della Salle wants to say something. Marie, can you unmute yourself?
Knock knock. ONPASSIVE, come on. Can you hear me? Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Because last time with Julie and Mary's show, I was not good. The internet is not good. I see Cynthia Brown. She is amazing. Miss Smile. Oh my God. All of you are amazing. Thank you. Papua New Guinea touched me, moved me so much, especially the hero, David, my good friend. Oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. There's a lot of things in my heart that I cannot really express in words. I just cry and cry and cry and cry. 2 years. 2 years. I've been co-founder for 2 years. And I've been crying. Every time webinar, even if I don't understand at the first time, I just cry because I know this is the company that I need. I need to help other people. And Papua New Guinea, Brother David Balka really moved my heart deeply. He became my friend last year, and I don't even know. I just able to know it when I made friends with him. And the Oblast is really amazing. I was really touched, and Julie talked, everyone, Dr. Williams, everyone, it really touched my heart because this is what my desire to really reach out for people. I am brought up with a very kind-hearted dad. He's a very kind person to the poor. And when I was still young, he always bring poor people at home. He doesn't care. He doesn't even, when he is out from the house, he always bring untidy children, poor people. And he just, and when I was still a kid, I always look at him, oh, when I become a millionaire, I'm gonna do that. And when I found out this ONPASSIVE, I feel it that this is the one that can help me because I've been really serving for people since I was high school until I didn't even get married. I married 34 because I served the poor, the street children. I cannot do details because it made me cry. Until now, they're still my friends. They are even the children who sell flowers in the church, candles, and I just pick them up and bring to my house and let them eat. And even December time, Christmas every time, Christmas in my home is for children, disabled children. And I even decorate my house very special, and they thought that I have good visitors. There's the only one. They're the only one, and I'm so much into that until up at this moment. But I'm here in America. I really want to go back home because I have people here. I really want to meet all those people who they were still kids and now they're growing up and they even have cell phone. And that I remember them selling sampaguita, selling candles, and they asked me water, and they're grown up now. I really want to work with them in the Philippines. And when I was listening to Oblast, I've been really crying the whole time. It resonated me, and it's really touching because I really want to do that. I really want to share what I have. Right now, I'm zero. So when I'm possible launch and have all these things, have all this, I really want to travel and um, reach out. I really want to hug them. I always hug for people. I don't really care, even if they're sick, even if they're dirty. My passion is to really serve the poor. And Asmo Pari just came into my life. That's why when my sponsor knocked on my door and then he showed me the link. I don't know. I don't understand the technique. I don't understand anything. But I just cry when Asmo Pari was talking. I don't know him. I don't know my sponsor. But when he was talking, he's so angelic, and I feel it. That this is the answer of my. That's why every webinar over the phone because I don't have laptop. I just listen to the phone, and it made me cry. I don't know. And now we go. Oh, bless is that you really, I really want it. And Asmafari really is the person who can really help me of what I desire because I've been a networker 30 years and I didn't even make a lot of money. And that is my desire to make money to bless people. I cannot bless people with a normal money. I can bless inspiration words, my heart, my love. But money, I want money. So I know Unpassive will gonna bring me that and that what I desire. And I really love everyone here because I know we can be together to help the poor. This is what I wanna die smiling.
Thank
I
you.
wanna die being happy. Happy like touching people who have no water, have no food, have no clothes. This is what I really desire. That's in my heart. It makes me happy. It makes me happy when I give. When I give, it makes me happy. I even give whatever I have in my wallet. If somebody in the Philippines is McDonald's and children were outside and look at the window and um, and seeing me eating it, my heart is really I cannot give everything. So this is what I really desire. And Asmo Bari is the right person for me to help. I'm not tech. How I wish I can do a lot. I'm not technical person, but my heart is really overflowing of love for the poor people. Poor people.
Thank you, Mari.
The less fortunate
Thank
people.
you.
And I see that with David Baca. That's why he moved my heart. We're good friends because I know let's travel, brother. Let's travel and really show our love. It's not only even money. It's the touch, your hug, your words. I don't know. I know I can do that. Travel all over the world with unpassive lifestyle. Um, Papua New Guinea is one of the. Now I know Papua New Guinea.
Thank you, Mari.
I know
Thank you.
everyone now in the whole world.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I love you all. I love you, David.
Thank you. We love you. Vero, you got any person raising any hands for questioning? Do you have any questions?
David,
Those who are
no questions in the Q&A.
no
But,
questions. Okay. Okay.
David, if I may.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Fred.
Is Mati online?
No, Mati has left.
Okay.
He has to take some rest, so he's left.
Thank you.
We have Joanna Kilembe. Joanna Kilembe, you on? Can you unmute yourself and speak to us your story of ONPASSIVE? Are you there, Joanna? Hello, Joanna, you're on.
Hello, thank you. Hi, everyone. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak. I've just listened to, I haven't been coming on and listening to a lot of webinars because I've been engaged on Sundays to run SME training. And this is, I think, the third one that I've been on because we've had that canceled. But I want to say that today's presentation is quite emotional and just coming to a realization of how ONPASSIVE is structured to help our people, our women folk, our sister in Brisbane and her heart for...
Joanna, can you introduce yourself?
Oh,
Give us
apology.
a bit of your background. Thank you.
My name is Johanna Kilembe. I am from Ley. I am an educationist. I love educating people, children from kindergarten to year 12, and also doing adult learning to read programs for our people. Yes, I've joined ONPASSIVE since January last year and haven't really done much because I've been trying to get my head around what ONPASSIVE is, and I think I'm a very careful person, but I also thank Mr. Bakau and Mrs. Bakau for their persistence in giving me the information and being patient with me, even though I've been stubborn at places. But just sitting in on a few international webinars and listening to Mr. Ash Muffer's presentations, seeing that he's a person of integrity and he genuinely has gone out of his way to provide ONPASSIVE for the small people. And that, for me, has been one of the factors that, you know, for anyone to get into any business, you got to look at the products that you have. And I've learned and known that ONPASSIVE has really good products, but I also know that the person behind ONPASSIVE is a person of credibility, and he's someone that we can trust. So for me, I've been slow in introducing the business to people, but I got my children signed up, and then I'm slowly getting out to people in the community. I come from a village in Ley called Butibam. And for my mothers in the village, they really struggle with their day-to-day needs. And I decided that if ONPASSIVE is to bless anyone, then they should be good candidates to be blessed by it. So I talked to them, and they were sold out to the idea, explaining to the little people how they can be shareholders or buy a membership fee, and they don't have to know about computers or IT. But if they believe in the vision of a great man called Ash Muffer, that they pay a certain fee and they are part of the company before it launches. I don't know if it's a success story, but in itself, 3 of the mothers decided that they were going to sew Kolos or Mary Blouse. They went and some of them sewed, some of them made billams and sold it to our family. And they were able to raise the 390 kina. So just last week, I had the privilege of signing them on. And they've gone and talked to their husbands and their children, and they are saying, please talk to David, and please, David, talk to Ash, and could they give us another month? Please don't go into soft launch too quickly, because we want to come and pay. And I know that they really have the heart, and they see and they know that they can make a difference for their family. They don't have to be, because our land is taken over by settlers. Susan Bakau talked a little bit about the settlements in Port Moresby. For us as Moravians and for landowners, our village is overtaken by settlers. We don't have land for gardening, not even to gather firewood. And so these are mothers that are just struggling, and their income on a daily basis would be maybe $3 or less than $3 per day. But I know that they have the heart, and they are recruiting. They're going back into the community and making awareness. So if my mothers from Busibam are online, you know, you've got a good team backing you up. I'm just happy to see, David, that with you, and I congratulate Veronica Wayang and Mr. Bakau and Mrs. Bakau, your leadership on the appointment on the Leadership Council and being the head of this team. I know that we cannot go wrong by our people, by our small people. I'd also like to thank Marty Digamo. I've heard that it's your insistence that has gotten Mr. Bakau to sign on, because I believe that God placed Papua New Guinea as a nation on your heart, and thus you were relentless in getting us this far. So I thank you for our leaders, and especially for Mr. Ash Mufara for making it possible that we're able to come on and be a big family, the ONPASSIVE family. I also have with me a lady, if I may, David. I don't know if we have enough time, but may I get my friend whom I've invited. I met her at the Australian Consul General's office, the Hand Up program. Mama blo sidan lo market there. So some up in beg na sidan lo market. Now she has an association of about 25 women, and they're illiterate. So initially I talked to them about teaching them English, and today she turns up and she's listening into ONPASSIVE and saying she wants to go and bring those 20 mothers to sit in on next week's webinar. So would it be okay if I get her to talk quickly?
Yes, yes, you can. Yes.
All right.
Bring it
Thank
on.
you.
That's okay.
Thank you. Name Losusa am Margaret Alois. Na emba tok tok lik lik long walkabout blongem na sit down blongem na now look save lik lik long ONPASSIVE na one ting ting blongem. Thank you, Margaret.
Yeah. Thank you, David. Name blomi Margaret. Man blomi am tai na mi painim hat na mi go land up lo program lo work. So mi pungim sister lo hap. Sam loki mi am sora lo mi na MLP mi lo display min baiti mi ken kam laus blongem. Now mi to plus sit down. So mi plagat one pla group mama lo lay market. So mi plus sama pi mol bag lo pute one pla plate keke lo house lo avino taso lo ma pikeneni. But mi pla tingo sem mi pla market o sem taso na sit down na painim lunch na school fee lo pikeneni. But bien mi kamitim sister na mi lukim display am good plus threat. Na mi ama strat lo mi like join him na mi go kisim 20 plol mama plomia 24 ya mi pla bakam lo next week Sunday again na emba teach mi pla lo school plus plante mi pla no save plano rat save. So emba teach mi pla lo school na same time em puti mi pla lo display program too. So mi pla widow mama. Thank you.
Thank you. Joanna, can you speak it, interpret that and explain that in English?
Okay. Margaret has just said that she's a widow. Her story in a nutshell is because she's not educated, she's not literate in English or in reading and writing. She works very hard. She sews market bags. She gets flour mill bags, and then she cuts them up and then sews them into market bags and sells it to people who frequent the market to buy vegetables. She used to get good money. Now she only makes about 20 or 30 kina every day. And she, using her marketing skills, she actually saved 12,000 kina and sent her husband to go and study. He went and studied to become a ship captain, and he graduated, came back and worked on the ship for just 2 years, and he died last year. So Margaret is back to square one. And yes, I know Margaret has 4 sons.
Yeah, 4 sons.
And her cry is that she needs to empower these young men and educate them so that they can look after her. She doesn't want them going on the street. She doesn't want them, like in Tokpisen, we say, go make him rascal passing. She doesn't want them going into gangs and just spoiling their lives. So everyone has a story, and Margaret's story is that she settled for the life of sewing bags and making a mega 30 kina, which would be about $10 per day, just so that she can put food on the table and send her sons to school and provide for her family now that her husband is not with them. So I asked Margaret to come today to see how I can help her group to learn to read and write in English, because it's a community project and I just want to upskill the women. But the bigger blessing, I believe, is getting them to understand that ONPASSIVE can give them the backing, and that it would be for a lifetime. And they can be living in the city, but they don't have to live in squalor. So, you know, David, you should be more careful before you ask emotional women to share. We just love going down that street. But I look forward to meeting this beautiful-hearted women. They are, for our international guest, I know it's not biased when I say this, that we carry our community. We are the ones that carry our family. We are the ones that do the hard yards to make sure that there's food in our husband's stomach and our children's stomach. So I actually look forward to next week and having these women come. We'll be meeting earlier to do reading in English, equipping them in English. And then I'd like them to sit through the webinar next week, and we'll see how we can help them and just really give them that hand up so that they can start to dream again, start to breathe again. Thank you for listening to Margaret's story, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to share. Thank you, Leadership Council member. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Joanna. It's heartwarming. Thank you very much. And we know there's a lot of these stories in Papua New Guinea, so just unfortunate that we're just running out of time now. I see Nancy and Gavi. She's just come on. If she can just speak, and then we can close out for today or this evening, wherever you are in across the world. And here in Papua New Guinea, it's in the afternoon now. It's going just past 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So Nancy, wherever you've been, you can come on and speak, and then we can close out for today.
Thank you. Woo. Adlo tok ya, please. I'm really emotional. Wow, Joanna, thank you for sharing. And thank you, Margaret, for your story. Kay meron sa biya bisa bukaw di mo kay Titus. Pilipil mo just Bruce. We have people who are passionate for life. They're passionate about life. And we are passionate about life, and we are passionate to see our people live this life that in other countries, in Western countries, maybe you take it for granted. Maybe you take it for granted. You have a good house. You have food on the table every day. You have maybe 2-3 cars in your yard. You go to a nice school. To you, $97 is nothing. To you, $97 doesn't mean anything. But to us Papua New Guineans, means a lot. It's a lot for a lady like Margaret. You see, she's not educated, but yet she goes to the market every day to raise enough money to send her husband to school and come back just for 2 years, and he died. My goodness, this is really heartbreaking. But we thank God for Ash Bufara, and we thank God for ONPASSIVE. With ONPASSIVE and with Oh Bless, people like Margaret can have a future that is secured. We're having people like Margaret secured for life with ONPASSIVE. And thank you, Joanna, for your heart, reaching our mothers and our women. And we understand this life of squatter settlements, people from other provinces coming and sitting on your land, and then you find that how can you help your own people? But this is an opportunity ONPASSIVE is bringing to us, right to our doorsteps, and we are grateful for that. And I'm so thankful. I just came in just to hear a story that is going to push me to the next level. And I'm so really happy. I'm really emotional. I try to control myself. But thank you everyone for coming in and tuning in today. I want to challenge our international founders. Don't give up. Don't keep your mouth shut. Keep sharing. Because if people like Papua New Guineans can come out from hardship and we continue to share ONPASSIVE with our people, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't be talking to your people, to your friends. Get on that phone, keep on spreading the good news, because Oh Bless is here to help everyone. We're not gonna force them to come in, but we can always share, and give them this opportunity of a lifetime that their life can be changed forever. So thank you very much, Mr. David Bakau. I did not come in earlier because I have a new baby, so I had to pick the baby up, and he's fine now, so I'm here. So I'm thankful, and thank you everyone. Love you all. To my powerful Veronica Wang, love you, my Jovaka style flower, and to Joanna Kilembe especially, thank you for that story. Keep it coming. Stay pumped up, stay charged up, and keep spreading the word, because Papua New Guinea, we are in it to win it. Thank you, love you all. And to all our founders, international founders and friends, and brother Chris Johnson, love you, brother, and others. And my sister Julie, love you, from Julie and Milo Show. Love you from Papua New Guinea, Port Moresby. Thank you very much.
All right. Let me give an opportunity to our guest, international founders here, Chris or Thierry.
David, I think Eman is having something to tell us. Eman Dusay. Eman was opening his microphone.
Emmanuel,
yeah.
You like tok or larem bien? Time finish. You tok bien. You may give him space long all lot tok na imi go. You talk. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. We'll any one of our international family member want to speak? Please go ahead, Chris.
David. Okay. Papua New Guinea. I come here every week to get inspired. The stories I heard tonight, you guys keep getting my heart bigger and bigger. To all you ladies out there that had to go through some of that, I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry that you had to go through that. Nobody should have to do it. Your strength is unbelievable. And David, I would like to help out with those 20 women that are coming next week. I'd like to donate $500 just to get 5 of them in here. I'll get with you that later. Unbelievable. I'm at a loss for words, but I'm praying for you guys, you ladies. Unbelievable. Okay. I can't talk. I'm too emotional, but I love every one of you. You guys are amazing to me. Thank you for inspiring me and also making my heart grow even bigger. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Chris. We'll coordinate that with Joanna, and she can get her mothers on. Veronica, go ahead. Fred.
Brother David, I just want to thank Brother Chris. Amazing, amazing. Can't say enough, bro.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for your heart. Thank you. Thank you, Julie. Thank you too as well.
Thierry, my brother, come on, one talk. Bonjour, you talk.
You say, yeah, you know, the thing is that we all cry a lot in our lives. And I think there is only one reason for that. Because otherwise Ash wasn't able to find us. So it's actually tears of joy more than tears of pain, because the pain is now behind us almost, because we know what will happen tomorrow and where we are going, and hopefully it's amazing, because I'm working with some people in Papua New Guinea, for example, since 2-3 years, but I didn't have the chance before to travel there. Moreover, now with the pandemic, it's a bit complicated, but hopefully we will be able to meet all over you in Papua New Guinea, or people everywhere around the globe. So things are coming. So it's just to see these tears of joy coming, tears of joy coming. we know that we're gonna be able to change the world for our children, for our people like Joanna, like Marie, like everybody. We are able now to change the world of many, and that's the principal thing that Ash and everybody want to do. So thank you, David. I don't know if it is a question that you have in the panel. Can you see it on your side, Eric Edouard Petit?
Yes. Eric is asking, could our PNG leaders and LC David Bakau elaborate a bit on how they are planning to execute this, please? Meaning PNG GoFounders, we have been chosen to trial the Oblaze platform for a number of projects. So if you all can start thinking of community service structure, charity, care programs, please provide a list here and we can prepare a submission to our CEO to look at. Okay, I will answer this one. This one was discussed in our private PNG founders only webinar. So
on Saturday, yes.
We will discuss that tomorrow. No, sorry, we will discuss that in our private founders webinar.
Next
This is a public webinar, so some of this we will not disclose to the public unless people register and become a founder. We will be able to share that information to them on how we can strategize and move our projects in Papua New Guinea and present it to our CEO, Ash Mufara, for Oblaze.
Great.
Hey, David, I wanted to say something to you, man. It's because of you that this whole Papua New Guinea thing got started, and I remember when you left the meeting to go start it, you know, and I really am thankful for you, because I love you for real, for bringing this about. This is beautiful.
Thank you, Brother Tai. Thank you, and I always appreciate your support. I always appreciate your support and everybody that's encouraging us to push this thing forward. You know, without your support, you know, we will be feeling like we are alone. But we appreciate all of you when you turn up on our webinars. You inspire us. You don't know how much you build our faith in this business, and we know that we have a global family that we can turn to and seek help and seek support on in anything that we want to do. So we, you know, in Papua New Guinea, we used to look for people to come and develop our resources, investors and all this stuff. I believe now within our own family of GoFounders, we have the technical people and the skilled people that can be able to work with us, and we can turn a lot of these resources into commodities where all of us can be blessed with. So, you know, ONPASSIVE is just a company that we are so proud to be in it. Thank you, my brother Tai. All right, I think if that's nobody's gonna speak, then the time is really up. Veronica, you want to close off? You can close off and we can close this webinar.
Thank you, David. It's an awesome webinar. I think we can see that, especially with Oblaze, we now have the platform to do a number of things, many things that we want to do in all facets of our life, even with the residual income that we will get from being founders. In addition to the Oblaze platform, I know that each and every founder in ONPASSIVE will be going out of the way to be a part of so many different projects that'll spring up from everywhere. because they will want to be a part of something good that's being sown into the different homes, or villages, communities that we will find ourselves in. So I am so blessed. We are all blessed to be a part of ONPASSIVE. What can I say? I mean, it's been one emotional afternoon this webinar has been, but I thank you for the hearts of all the people who are here. That's indicative of what we can do as a group and as a team. I mean, this is where we see the real power of leveraging and multiplication come into being as we pool our efforts and resources together to make dreams become a reality in each and every country, in each and every community. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, true.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. You can all unmute yourself, and we can say, we are in it to win it.
We are in
it to win it.
In it to win it. In it to win it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, David.
Win it.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Love you, PNG.
Bye.
Bye, Veronica, Susan.